Welcome or welcome back, beautiful souls, to the channel. I'm Shika, your medicine woman, and today we're going to be going over what you need to know about this Leo full moon. It's our first full moon of 2024. This year is like, whoa, time goes by so quickly. I feel so old saying that, but it's true. Time goes by so quickly. So we'll be going over what you need to know about this Leo full moon, how it will affect you. Shika, we gotta speak. How it will affect you. And then also card reading as well at the end, the numerology meeting. We're gonna go deep, guys. We're going deep into it. I love to cover a good deep energy healing. So get yourself comfortable, whether you're listening to it with one earplug at work or whether you're having some tea, relaxing, cozying up, getting some snacks. Let's get into this. I'm so excited. Before we get into the video, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, like, subscribe, put notification bell so you do not miss a video. It helps the channel a lot, and share with one friend that you feel like this would really support them. That one friend that you know vibes with your vibe and loves these energy updates. I know I have one that I always send it to. So yeah, feel free to share. And also there are so many offerings and I'm just gonna let your heart lead. So go on my website, you'll see that there's everything from plant medicine retreats to trainings on how to step into your power and purpose, into one-on-one healing if you feel like you resonate with my energy, you wanna go deeper into rebirthing yourself into your next chapter, where you're feeling called to shift into, and so much more. So go check it out, breathe into it. It's an experience on that website. I just revamped it. It's gonna be really cool to have you guys explore it. So let's get into this Leo full moon that is happening on January 25th, 2025. How this Leo full moon will affect you 3 days before the day of and 3 days after. Any fellow Leos, I'm a Leo. I'm a Leo moon, so I don't know where Leo hits you in your chart. Do you have a Leo in your life? How are they holding up? Are you the Leo? Check it in your chart and see it. Even if you're not in Leo, this will still affect you in these ways, so it's really cool. Okay, the first thing you need to know about this Leo full moon and how it will affect you is it is going to be a full moon that is going to humble us, or it's going to boost the confidence that you need. Whatever it is, it's going to need you. When we think about the energy of the full moon's all about releasing, letting go, right? New moons are all about like creating new values, new beliefs, new intentions, right? So we're understanding a little bit of a check-in of ourselves and how are humans doing. And what the Leo full moon is offering us is an opportunity for us to humble ourselves where we feel like we're not being realistic, or that we're just not in this reality at all, right? So this is an opportunity for you to really bring that attention. So really notice 3 days before the day of and 3 days after January 25th, 2025 for this Leo full moon. How is it affecting you? Are you feeling like you're getting humbled? Maybe rejection is a big thing. Maybe you're getting a lot of no's from people. Maybe you are noticing that you're more sensitive with people's opinions and just what they're sharing with you. Then maybe there's an opportunity of humbling this, not to take on what people share to you directly. And also to understand that if it is meant for you, that this is not against you, but it is for you. Now, the other part is the confidence boost, right? We all know a Leo. A Leo likes to make an entrance. They like to let you know that they're around. And with that means that this is an opportunity for a lot of you that maybe feel uncomfortable being seen, feel uncomfortable being recognized, feel uncomfortable being pointed at or looked at or asked about, or just, people literally giving you attention. And Leo full moon is sharing us where we feel uncomfortable being seen of who we are, or where we feel uncomfortable stepping into that power, or where we feel uncomfortable in general of this fiery energy, right? Where does our fire feel, our self-confidence, our being? This is all solar plexus energy. This is all gut, right? So tuning into how your stomach is feeling around this full moon, right? Full moons are usually the time also, and I feel called to share this because if you guys don't know, I've been doing a parasite cleanse. I don't want to say cleanse. I've been incorporating plants in my everyday life to clear any parasites, because as you travel, you guys know I've been hosting retreats and stuff like that. It's just good to do, right? So I'm feeling called to share this with you for a reason. And what I'm trying to say is during the full moon, this is when parasites are tend to lay their eggs. They're more active. So if you're noticing maybe that you're craving sugar a lot, or maybe you're craving certain foods, like you're constantly eating, it's the parasite that's speaking to you. It's this parasite that's channeling to you. So this might be a great opportunity for you to do a parasite cleanse, or to just, clear out your body, look at the herbs and medicines that are really good for parasites. There's so many out there, such as woodworm is really great. Garlic, they don't like that. Onions, they don't like that. Anything sour, bitter like citrus is going to help as well. Those things are great to put. Ginger, amazing. Mugwort, rosemary. I can go on, but turmeric. Turmeric's amazing for parasites. So again, when it comes to this point of humbling and confidence, where parasites come in, is that sometimes we're calling into other people outside of ourselves to get that boost of energy, of confidence, right? To make us feel like we're worthy, when really deep inside we're masking it. So we become other people's perspective. We become an object of which people dictate. And that's where we find ourselves in a space or an energy where we feel like we don't have control of our own life, where we feel like we're overwhelmed, where we feel like, oh man, like I'm energy drained. How many people say, oh, I feel drained, like my energy's so sensitive, I'm empath? Put your hands up. Okay, those of you who just put your hands up, this Leo full moon is teaching you that you can't use that as an excuse. You're being a victim to the parasites of your life. Ooh, mic drop. Okay, so all in all, Leo is all about understanding that, whether it's a humbling of understanding how you are the parasite, or whether it's understanding other people and are parasiting on you, it's just talking about, where is your energy being drained to please other people, or to suppress the energy of being rejected or saying no to. And to step away from that people pleasing feeling and step into your power. Because the beautiful thing is, when you step into your heart, you find more people are angry because they themselves are like, how can you be so nice? How can you not have a means to an end? How can you because you are humbled, you are in your heart. And unfortunately, in this masculine world, it doesn't teach us that. But I will say, celebration, in this masculine world, we also have to see the ability and disability of that. The ability of this masculine world is it teaches us how to structure and how to act on our new self. And then the disability of that is the aspect that this Leo full moon is opening us to. What do we need to release, as far as not the realistic version, the facade of confidence, the facade of who we are, the facade of the masks, removing them and stepping into our heart and humbling this. If no one was watching you right now, what would you do? If no one was knowing who your purpose is, what would you do? If no one knew who your partner was, would you still love them the same way? It's not when people are watching, it's when people isn't watching. That's when you know how deep you are on this conscious journey. That is the real test, all in all. So I'm just dropping like it's hot. Let me know where it hit you in your body down in the comments. The second thing you need to know about this Leo full moon that is happening on January 25th, 3 days before the day of and 3 days after, and how it will affect you, is that the longing of admiration and wanting to be loved. So Leo is the sign that wears their heart on their sleeve. They wear their heart on their sleeve. They want to share their emotions. They want to share their heart. They want to share everything with you, right? Do they have to share everything? Maybe not, right? So it's understanding this balancing of, where are you telling someone something because you want them to give you a certain expectation or reaction? And then there's the second part of knowing, where can you admire yourself and not put other people's admiration above your own? That's deep. Wanting to be loved is actually you feeling that you aren't loved for a reason, that you've given your heart out and someone has either mistrusted it or hurt you for that. This full moon is going to allow you to release that from your heart, let that go, so you can move forward and open your heart to something else. I said in another channel video, and I'm sharing this again because it's resonating. For you to love is for you to grieve, and for you to grieve is to love, right? And every time that Leo puts out their heart, but also holds that grief in that same way, is an opportunity for the Leo to open their heart and be even that much more eternally, abundantly loved. So what that means is that, what parts of you is scared of love? What are your biggest fear around love? If love can engulf you fully, your energetic body, your human body, for all that you've experienced, for all that you have had, for all the wrongs you've done, for all the goods you've done, would it make you feel uncomfortable to be in that admiration and love for everything? That you didn't have to filter what you said. You didn't have to filter your story. You didn't have to filter who you are. Your lack of needs become more clear at this time. So whether it is with your partnership, your friendships, your family members, it feels like there's so much heat and energy and overwhelmingness when someone gives you criticism or someone disagrees with you or someone isn't showing up the way they should. Now, don't bite your tongue too fully. Like, that's not what I'm trying to say here. But what I am saying is allow yourself to breathe into that and say, what is the need what does my heart need right now? And how do I need to let go of this resentment or feeling that I am not admired or not loved, right? There's an attachment from that person based on a wound, either directly with this person or someone else who's created the story that allowed you to create that perspective that that person thinks of you X, Y, Z. So you are releasing this and you are communicating that, you are free, that you are using nonviolent communication, for example. If you don't know what that is, go Google it. It's amazing. I tell all my clients to use it. We practice it quite a bit in sessions. And it's understanding how to communicate where you're actually saying what you need. Because this Leo full moon is going to teach us where we're disregarding our needs and we're looking for admiration and things for other people to fill our needs. We usually are attracted to the relationships that provide us the needs that we feel uncomfortable to express in our life. Boo, boo. Which is why when we go through our journey in evolution, that certain relationships are released and let go, because now we don't need those people to be on the pedestal for us to feel whole anymore. You know, we can now find that in ourselves. Now, the other side of that is that when we reclaim that in ourselves, what happens is the other person also sees that and says, wow, I see that in you too. And you know what happens with that? Then you both are not relying on each other, right? It's like, have you seen those matches where like you see the videos all the time where the one is leaning on the other and then eventually they both go down? It's now you're both like up this way. No one's leaning on each other. No one's blaming that you're leaning on one side more than the other in the relationships, in the family dynamic, in anything. It's like everyone has their responsibility to admire themselves and to be energetically responsible and to love themselves too. Because at the end of the day, if you can't love yourself, how in the world can anyone else love you? Like hello, that is the best advice ever. So Leo is bringing you to understand, okay, where in myself do I need to communicate that? And when you do that, you're also freeing that person. You're mirroring that opportunity for that person to step into their power and to communicate where they want to be admired, where they want to be loved, what they want to do, how they want to move forward in this relationship. You are giving them the opportunity to boost their confidence too and to say, hey, I have a voice too. So that's a really deep one. That's deep. The next thing you need to know about this Leo full moon that happens on January 25th, 2024. I keep saying, if I said 2025 throughout this video, I'm way ahead. Say 2024, Shika. 2024. Let me tell you something, guys. I've been in this space where the years are just like, they're just human to me. They're like, okay, they're a year. Okay, yeah, there's so detachment to that because the bigger picture is coming in, and you'll notice this in my videos coming forward that I'm sharing deeper things, not just the basic, oh, this is the full moon, no, we're going deeper. Every year we do, right? So this is just bringing you deeper. So anyways, 2024, just so your human isn't confused. January 25th, 2024, what you need to know. So getting back and feeling humbling and intimidated a little bit, but knowing that it's not against you, it's for you. So, you know, how many times do your guides come up to you and they say, hey, we got to work on this, or we need to heal on this, or we need to focus on this? Put a yellow heart emoji down below if you know what I'm talking about. Whatever it is that you're feeling that your guides have been communicating with you, I want you to first ask yourself this question. During this Leo full moon, 3 days before the day of it, 3 days after, write this down. How have my guides been communicating with me? What themes, what areas of my life are my guides telling me that I have to release and let go? Now, our ego is going to be like, our human's going to be like, but what you need to understand is that feedback itself, that process is to rebalance you in a deeper way. And even if that means going back and healing something you thought that you healed, whether that means that you're going and stepping into the feeling of you being rejected that you didn't really process fully, whether that is from an actual parent, like father, mother, or whether that is from a partner, an ex-partner, that opportunity for you to feel the rejection, whether it's seeing them with someone else and they've moved on, whether that is seeing the favoritism within your siblings, whether that is your family not understanding what your purpose is and why you're doing it the way you do and rejecting your choice. Right? Whether it is you having a boundary and them going way beyond your boundaries and you getting angry and the fire starting to ignite, whatever it is. Number one, it's your energetic responsibility to be aware of that emotion and for you to breathe into it, to feel it into it. Like I say, the way out is through. So this Leo full moon is calling you to breathe into with the fire and the heat of what you're getting. And the truth is, sometimes the truth feels like it hurts, but it only hurts because the pain was already there. No one talks about that. The truth hurts. That's only part of the quotation. The truth hurts because the pain was already there to begin with. It's now that the full moon is igniting this light on it and sharing it with you. Hey, your guides are saying this is what it is. Sit with it, process with it, let it go. You don't have to hold this anymore. Step into your power, get that confidence, be in that part of your heart, and hello, we're here. We're humbled, but we're also loved in the same way, in the same breath, right? So it's that loving no that Spirit's giving you to confirmation. Maybe now is not the divine time. It's that loving yes, that this is what you need to start doing. It's that loving, hey, this is the ending of this cycle. Whatever it is, it's that loving knowing that this is where you're at and there's no comparison. There's no jealousy. There's no resentment. That's what this full moon's calling you. It's literally calling you to take this bucket, put the resentment, put the anger, put the jealousy, put all the things, put the rejection, put the feeling of unloved, just pour it into this bucket and transmute it to the full moon so you don't have to hold it anymore and you can step into your confidence, that is your heart-led confidence, and be humbled while doing it too. The next thing you need to know about this Leo full moon that's happening on January 25th, 2024, 3 days before the day of and 3 days after, is that your energy around rejection and wanting to be wanted, releasing resentment and rejection. So, a lot of people always say, Shika, this happens all the time when I do one-on-ones, which by the way, my one-on-ones are open. So if you want to apply, go to my website, the Rebirth Program. So my clients always say this and I just smile because I get it. Like I do get it. I feel that. And it's that feeling that, Shika, I've accepted that this person has hurt me. I understand that this person's hurt me. But as they're saying this, I can feel their solar plexus twisting of anger and their liver twisting. And they're like, I'm over it. Like, I'm just ready to move on and I'm ready, blah, blah. But I'm just like, number one, maybe your divine timing to fully move on isn't fully moved on. Number two, we will always go back to old memories because there's a part of it or experiences that maybe we weren't ready to fully heal or accept just yet. Number three, to understand that when that does happen with rejection and resentment means that we feel that feeling that you want revenge or you don't like that person, blah, blah. That's because number one, that person's probably mirroring something in you. That person might be mirroring something in you. The second thing also is that person is the representation of an archetype in your household at a young age that you have avoided. And now it's like, you got to sit with this. And this person's like everywhere. Why is this person bothering you? The energy you're giving off of this person is worth something to you. There's an attachment there. There's something you have to sit and understand. Right? Resentment is the feeling of unworthiness. Right? That something the need was not present and was not acknowledged. So those three recipes tend to lie around resentment, distance, jealousy, enviousness, right? I wish I was. I'm not. It's showing something, right? If someone were to walk into the space right now and literally be all, like every single trigger and every single pet peeve you have, I want you to connect with why these pet peeves are the way they are, right? Why do they trigger you so much? Why is there so much energy given off? Because they mean something to you. Now, when you track that energy in your body, ask yourself, what does this mean? Ask that part of your body, if it's in your shoulder, if it's in your arm, if it's in your finger right now, what does it mean to you? Take a moment. What does it mean to you? Is it important? Does it mean something? Is there a story behind it? When you breathe into it, does it feel tight? Do you feel pain? Do you feel, what is it? That is the thing you have to release for this Leo full moon. Should you, free will if you want to, but you just figured it out on your own here. Now, knowing that when we tap into the sense of rejection, usually that means that there is a process that we took on whatever that person's reaction was as our own. That's what Leo full moon's about. It's the feeling that because that person said no, because that person didn't acknowledge me, because that person did this, I am blah. What is it? Release that into the bucket. That's what this Leo full moon is allowing you to release. We love you, Leo full moon. You're telling it as it is. You're fact checking us. You're that friend that just says it. But we all need that sometimes. And we're grateful for Grandmother Moon for bringing this energy. The last thing you need to know about this full moon in Leo that is happening on January 25th, 2024, 3 days before the DM and 3 days after, is that don't give your energy away to things or people that you don't want them to accept or they can't accept you or who you are, right? The thing that really changed a lot for me, and I want to share this really big golden nugget with you guys, is that the moment I noticed that it was a choice for me to do every single thing in my life, even the things that I feel like, oh, the circumstances because I was late or because so-and-so did that, I choose to be connected to that energy. I choose to have an opinion to that. I choose to have a perception, right? When I take full responsibility of that choice, even if the outcome isn't what I wanted it to be, even if the outcome is I'm shameful for it, even if the outcome triggers me, that's when I have an open door to be open to accept and move out of rejection and resentment. So my question to you is, during this full moon 3 days before the DM and 3 days after, when there is an energy here that you don't want, what part of you is choosing to stay in that pain, numbness, discomfort, resentment? Why is that? Why have you created a coding in your being that it's easier for you to stay here than it is to maybe accept that this was something that was partially your energetic responsibility that was chosen based on a subconscious shadow or a conscious being of yourself that has decided to express and be connected to this energy, environment, person, thing, job, relationship? When we start to do that, then we step into the power of self. And when we step into the power of self, we say, okay, now with this power of responsibility, I have now decided, what does choice mean to me? It means being able to accept what is. Because when we think we're imprisoned by acceptance, that's when we have resentment and rejection and feeling unloved. When you feel imprisoned by accepting the choice that you've made, that is when we find ourselves in resentment and rejection. And that's where a lot of people feel stuck in their life. So Leo full moon is giving us an opportunity. What have you accepted? And what parts of you feels imprisoned by the acceptance of choice, by the acceptance that you chose this reality? And we can't disconnect it. One of my biggest things I like to share is when all of us decides that everything that is in this world, from the pain, from the sorrows, from the war, from the spiritual war that's happening, from the energy that's coming out, from the addiction to technology, from what's going on in certain areas of the world, all of that is manifested by our doing. We have to take responsibility of that. And this Leo full moon on a collective level is teaching us that we have to understand that our hearts are strong, that humbling is there, but we also have to purge and clear out where we feel imprisoned in our own choices, where we feel shamed in our own choices, right? What is it that we haven't fully accepted, and instead we've just imprisoned it and locked it into our being, and now we're projecting out of a reaction of rejecting that this is the reality. But then we also, on the other hand of that disability or that part or that, what you can say, that block, there's an opportunity there where we have the choice to say, hey, I take responsibility of what is. Where do I move from here? How do I step into my heart? How do I accept this? How do I transmute this and then come back to love and be an embodied version of that Leo energy, and be an embodied version that I can let my heart out on my sleeve. And yes, the risk there is I will grieve, but I will also love unconditionally. The two have to be accepted. You have to accept the grieving and that part of the human experience, that you're grieving, that you've accepted the choices that you feel that you're imprisoned in. You're grieving that part of you that accepts choices and imprisons yourself to it. That you are becoming an inner, and I say this word not lightly, but sometimes we become a slave to our own being. And then we project that to others. And in turn, the opposite. Sometimes we put out our power to be a slave to the energies that we don't truly want to allow here. So then it brings us to the next question. How can you step into the power of your heart and who you are, and your self-power, your authentic power, and equally hold that with this humblingness, with this truth? Even if it means that maybe someone in the room might not agree with that someone may have that resentment too, but you can still be in unconditional love. Can you be on both sides of the quarter? And if you can, or the coin. If you can, that's where we're learning in this human reality. So Leo full moon gives us an opportunity to understand that rejection and resentment and grief and love and all of those emotions are things that are meant to feel. But whatever is feeling imbalanced during this full moon is being called to be released and transmuted to the full moon, so we no longer have to carry it. We can let it go. So I left you guys with a really deep one. I hope you can marinate in that. Let's get into the meaning, the number of it. So let's go into the numerology meaning of this Leo full moon. So the year is 8. When we add 2024 together, we get 8. And this is the 25th. So 2 and 5 gives us 7 plus the 1, we get 8. So we get double 8. 8 and 8, 16, plus that is 7, right? So what this is bringing us is it's teaching us where we have to step into understanding the lessons of last year around resentment and around acceptance and choice. So why we said last year is because last year was the year of 7, right? So we're connecting it with this year of 8. So this specific full moon is like, even though everywhere and their mother is talking about New Year's resolution and New Year me, but every day is a day and an opportunity of abundance for us to change, right? It can be that small song that you listen to. It can be that person who tells you something, whatever it is. We don't need the change of a number to change that specifically, right? There's so much more at play. So all this to say is this day is still clearing out a lot of what you experience and your biggest lesson around resentment and rejection and just acceptance and choice and humblingness and coming into the heart. So those things are the biggest things that are being shined on during this time of this Leo full moon. And it's an opportunity with 7, which is a master number, for you to master that, to master this version of you that is being called to step into your power. And that when we start to let go of people pleasing and resentment and looking for admiration from other people, not in the right ways, and also that other part of not being able to accept admiration because we feel like we're not loved enough or something's wrong with us, then this day can be really one of the most shifting days for us on an emotional level. It can really allow us to feel a part of our soul that needs to click within the body. And it's really beautiful to witness. It's really, really beautiful to witness. So I want to share that with you guys, and just the number and what the angel number of that means. I also want to share that this is a time of spiritual awakening. This is a time that you're really close to it. So during this full moon in Leo, you're either in the process of a spiritual awakening, as many people are, because the last month or so, and all throughout this year, there's going to be a lot of different beings that will be communicating with us, whether they're aliens, light beings. They're with us right now as we're hanging out. So with that means that this is an opportunity that it opens the consciousness of our environments and the energies in this earth, and in doing that, that brings us more awareness to our inner intuition, our inner being, our inner self. And this is an opportunity where it's giving us fullness, completeness. We're feeling full and complete in the awakening we have. And now this is the pivotal point of what you need to know about yourself and how you define self. So that's a deep mouthful. Okay, let's get into the card pull, guys. Let me know what resonated with you. I know I went deep. I don't even, when I channel, I don't even remember. I have to rewatch this video to remember for myself what comes through, because I'm just a vessel for y'all. So let me know what resonated with you. How are we feeling? Let's just do a little check-in. If you're doing the replay, hashtag replay. How you feeling? And yeah. If you feel called to follow that awakening, I highly suggest you looking at the retreats and trainings, because there's some really deep ones on with plant medicines are very potent to help us intentionally awaken in ourselves. Yes, I just fought through the whole deck. Give me a second. However, that worked to my favorite because there are 2 cards that are telling me upright. Okay, so you ready? We got the first card here. This card is the mountain. Okay. This mountain card is telling us to stay grounded. I also want to see that there's like a mirror, and how I'm reading this is like water and it's mirroring it. So it's saying the duality of both rejection and resentment and love and humblingness, right? So we have to remember that there's a groundiness of criticism that comes up, that it actually rebalances us in whatever way that we need to. And to know that this Leo full moon is saying to stand your ground, to know that we're not against you, we're supporting you, we're helping you out. The oracle is wait for important information. So again, don't make decisions too quickly based on the emotions and what's going on right now. Let it sit. 3 days after the shadow period, things will come up and you will understand all the answers of the things that are coming up that you might not even have human words to explain. It's just an emotion. It's just a feeling. Again, awakenings can be really opening for a lot of us. And for some of us, it can even be overwhelming because we're getting so much information and our human wants to define everything. Just let time define it for you. Let time help and support you. But the oracle is really just sharing with you, hey, like there's some important information you got to listen to, receive, and it's for your own good. It's just actually support you with this theme of the year and what this year will hold. If you haven't checked out my life path number video, go check it out, because it goes over what your life path number is this year. And I think it would be very supportive for you to just understand, okay, what is my life path number? What is going to come up this year? What can I expect for this year? It could just really help you with understanding what to expect this year and all the things. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was so nice to connect, channel for you, and to really share with you what to expect for this full moon in Leo in 2024, not 2025, January 25th, 2024, 3 days before the day of and 3 days after. Let me know down below. Let me know what resonated for you. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, like, subscribe, put a notification bell so you don't miss a video, and go and check out the website as there's many offerings and really exciting things happening to support the community. Everything from trainings, plant medicine retreats, like a couple that we're having in Portugal. And we have some beautiful, beautiful spaces that can support you, such as one-on-one and a training to step into your purpose, working with the plants and the elements. So I'll leave all that excitement and curiosity for you guys to go check it out and let your heart lead through the experience of the website. And I hope you have a beautiful Leo full moon. I'll be posting the meditation soon with you guys. So I will see you in the next video. Bye.